And that's what Republican members of Congress have told me, that we're not touching Medicaid specifically, we're just going after waste, fraud, and abuse. And I want to read you something that the House Energy and Commerce Committee posted today. Quote, while Democrats fearmonger, Republicans are planning to strengthen, sustain, and secure Medicaid for generations to come. House Commerce Republicans are rooting out the waste, fraud, and abuse to ensure Medicaid funds go to those who truly need it. Mothers, children, seniors, and people with disabilities, not illegal immigrants or ineligible individuals. We make no apologies for prioritizing those Americans whom Medicaid was designed to serve. What do you make of their message there?
I think that's a political message. These Republican members who are going to take this vote and then go vote for re-election are going to have to face their voters. If those voters lost their coverage, lost their health care, if that rural hospital closed, they're going to have some explaining to do. And again, they're going to be asked, why did you take that vote? Why did you take my health care away? Why did you do that in order to give a tax break to the wealthiest Americans? So they'll have to live by this vote. I hope they're right. I hope nobody loses coverage. I hope healthcare costs come down. I hope everyone has access to care. But that just doesn't seem to add up right now.
I mean, where do you think Medicaid goes from here? I mean, what do you think is the most realistic option? Because as you and I talked about, Speaker Johnson in his party is in a really tough spot here, kind of dancing between more moderate Republicans on this as well as more hardline Republicans. So what do you think is next?
I mean, this isn't going to happen, but I think I'd love to see happen is if they don't have the votes, for them to come work with Democrats. That means we are going to have to give up on some things. We're going to have to, maybe we do make some small changes to Medicaid without allowing it to lose coverage. Maybe we address the cost of prescription drugs, make healthcare more affordable. Maybe we work with the states on Medicare Advantage and other programs. There's things that we could do where we would negotiate it. And that's what I would say. This isn't great if all you do is pass a Republican-only bill, because then potentially when we get in the majority, we will undo a lot of that stuff and pass our own bill. And that's just not a good way for the country to run.
In your party, is there this shared willingness to go to Republicans and say, hey, we're willing to give up X, Y, and Z if you change X, Y, and Z about Medicaid? I mean, is that the plan right now?
Yeah, I don't think you'll get 200 Democrats, but I think you can get 60 or 70 Democrats to say, let's look at the regulatory environment. Let's look at some smart things to do. Maybe there are ways to, small ways to cut some of the reimbursement that goes back to states, but don't do it in a dramatic way that's going to cause people to lose coverage. We've worked really hard in California to get to almost universal coverage where everyone has access to care, and a big part of that is Medicaid. So that's a good thing. That's keeping people healthy. Don't take that away, but if we're going to change some of the benefits, then we'll work with you on that.
Well, Congressman, I know that this conversation about President Trump's budget overall is going to continue, and I hope as it develops, you come back on and join me. Thank you for joining me. You're welcome back anytime.
Great. Thanks for having me on. Be well.